The marshals are suing Mr. Pham for. So he consented, and you all started the process.
Yes.
Yes.
We slept together.
Yes.
Oh, okay. So you all did it the old-fashioned way.
Yep.
Yes.
Saved on costs.
Yep.
Both of you, or who got pregnant?
We both are.
Yeah, we're both pregnant. Yeah.
So you're both pregnant right now
Yeah.
by Mr. Pham.
Yes.
Correct.
And Mr. Pham, you say you're not the father, so you don't owe them anything.
That's correct.
Okay, well, this sounds interesting.
Her ex-husband even looked at me and told me that they wanted him initially to be the father.
Well, we have that result as well.
You know what, Robert? You know that you're the father. You know that you're the father. You were there.
We're gonna find out.
We slept together.
Ms. Marshall?
I don't even know what to say. So you've been lying to me this entire
not been
time,
lying to
Ashley?
They wanted to get pregnant at the same time and wanted both babies to have the same father, and to save costs, they wanted to do it traditionally. So they contacted a friend who agreed to help. Currently, both of them are pregnant as they wanted, but now they took him to court. But one of them is hiding a big secret that will change everything.
Yes, that's
Tell the
correct,
court
Your
what
Honor.
happened.
Yeah. So we had an agreement with Robert that he would be the father to both of our babies. You know, this is my wife. We are married. We have always wanted a family. It's very important to us that the children are related. So unfortunately, the only way to do that is if they have the same father.
So he consented, and you all started the process.
Yes.
Yes.
We slept together.
Yes.
Oh, okay. So you all did it the old-fashioned way.
Yep.
Yes.
Saved on costs.
Yep. Saved on costs.
Okay,
Yes,
got it, got it. Just use the parts that we got.
Yeah.
Okay, got it. So,
That was a smart decision. Since they wanted to save money, it was a good solution. Why spend when there is an option to get it done for free?
both of you, or who got pregnant?
We both are.
Yeah, we're both pregnant. Yeah.
Oh, right now?
Yes,
Correct,
right now.
yes.
Right now, Your Honor. We are both expecting.
Oh, this is good. Okay.
Yeah.
So you're both pregnant right now
Yeah.
by Mr. Pham.
Yes.
Correct.
Why is there an issue? I thought we're all happy. This means the plan worked. Why are you suing him for the cost of the party? He agreed to pay for it?
He agreed to pay for it, and
Is now
Actually, do you-
is now refusing. Yes,
Yeah.
so at the party, it was at a restaurant that we rented out for $5,000. We invited our family, our friends, exes in relationships, because we invited the exes that we're still on good terms with. You know, we're all civil, we're all friends.
yeah,
That's big.
this is an adult
And-
relationship.
yes.
We're very
Yeah,
secure
we're
in our
all-
commitment.
Yeah, and one of those exes happens to be my ex-husband from a handful of years ago.
Okay.
Yes. and
More
we're-
the merrier.
And we are on civil, positive terms.
Yeah.
And at some point during the party at the restaurant, I was speaking with Kevin, my ex-husband, outside of the restaurant, and Robert came up and saw us speaking and seemed to think that something was two ways going along romantically, consensually, and he thinks that he is now not the father of the child that I'm carrying.
Oh.
We don't know exactly what Robert saw, but it was enough to make him believe that something was happening. She already invited her ex, which is a bit unusual, but on top of that, she was giving him the type of attention that made Robert suspicious.
So let him tell that part
Yes.
of the story, because I do want to hear from you, Mr. Pham. So you're at the gender reveal party,
That's correct.
the one you agreed to pay for.
Yes, under the terms that they were my kids.
Okay, well, that's understandable. What is it about her interaction with her ex that made you just fly off the handle and decide, I'm not paying?
Well, she's saying they were speaking outside, Your Honor. I believe they were doing a lot more than just speaking outside.
Oh,
As a matter of fact,
what did you see?
well, there was a couple things. Initially, I saw them dancing very intimately on the dance floor. And when I say intimately, I mean it looked like they were having intercourse with clothes on.
What?
I saw both of them go to the side of the restaurant, exchange kisses, fondling with each other, doing God knows what else. And so that's when I approached them.
Apparently, they are more than just exes who are on good terms. There's a lot more going on, and their action exposed everything. Now, Robert's doubts make more sense, because since they had no problem displaying that level of affection while everyone was there, it means that something is happening in the background. Why would you go out of the restaurant and exchange kisses with your ex when you claimed that you were just friends? The last time I checked, this isn't what friends do.
So, Your Honor, I went up to them and confronted them about the situation, and that's when she was actually defending her ex-husband, talking about how he was so much better in bed and all of this crazy nonsense. It was just bizarre. You know what? His ex-husband even looked at me, her ex-husband even looked at me and told me that they wanted him initially to be the father.
Oh.
And that was another red flag.
So he said, So he was like, listen, they wanted me to be the father at first, but I didn't want to do it, so now you're doing it.
At this point, Robert got all the information he needed. First, she defended her ex-husband, saying that he was better than him in bed, which was already a shock on its own. But to make it worse, her ex told him that they asked him to be their child's father, and he declined the invitation. He indirectly told Robert that he was their plan B. This is a bit too much for one gender reveal party.
As it relates to the child, the unborn child of Katrina Marshall, it has been determined by this court, Mr. Pham, you are the father. You are the father.
One of two.
Well, we have that result as well.
You know what, Robert? You know that you're the father. You know that you're the father. You were there. We're
gonna find out.
We slept together.
We're gonna find out.
Okay.
As it relates to the unborn child of Ashley Marshall, it has been determined by this court, Mr. Pham, you are not the father.
I knew it. And you try to have me pay for it.
He's not the father.
It was interesting that Ashley was trying to make this shocked face, as if she didn't know it already. She and her ex-husband knew this was their child, and I don't understand why she came to court with this case. Maybe she expected a miracle to happen in the DNA lab.
Ms. Marshall?
I don't even know what to say. So you've been lying to me this entire time, Ashley?
I have not been lying to you.
Oh, obviously you have. You said it was just a kiss.
Oh, it was a kiss? Well, I guess it was more than that.
We'll talk about this later.
So
I can't believe you would humiliate me like this in a courtroom.
We'll talk about this
I
later.
absolutely cannot believe this.
So, Ms. Marshall, do you expect Mr. Pham to put on a gender reveal party for a baby that's not his?
No.
I don't.
No.
I don't think that's fair.
All right. Well, the judgment is simple then. Mr. Pham, you've got one baby. You agreed to pay for the gender reveal party for the children who would be yours. And so therefore, judgment for the plaintiff for $2,500. I wish you all the very best of luck. You guys got a lot of mess to sort out.
Ashley's partner truly believed in her, not knowing that she was lying all the way through. I guess they still have a lot to learn about each other, but in the end, it was solved fairly. Each man pays for their child. I am still trying to recover the fact they spent $5,000 on a baby shower. There was no reason to invite your ex to your gender reveal, especially if he didn't have anything to do with the pregnancy. That was a flag in itself. She knew she was pregnant before they went to him. Her face said it all, the nerve, and she did not say sorry. She is so clueless, she can't even tell that her wife is very clearly lying to her face. Amazing how she doesn't admit anything until caught. This story is clear like water. Ashley got involved with her ex-husband and got pregnant. So since she didn't want her current partner to discover that she was seeing her ex and was expecting a child, she convinced her partner to get a man involved so they could get pregnant at the same time, and that would have helped her to cover her pregnancy. She didn't want to divorce her partner, and this is the solution she found to hide her affair and keep everything under the rug. But things turned sideways when she started acting all flirty with her ex-husband in the restaurant. That was the piece of information that led to the revelation of her plans. Things like this happen all the time. She had no issue giving that child to another man, even though she knew didn't belong to him. The worst part was the lack of consideration for her partner, who stood there by her side thinking that their donor was making stuff up, not realizing that she was the one lying. It was visible how much she trusted Ashley. The way she was defending her was impressive. She acted as a good actress and fooled her partner big time, but fortunately, the DNA test doesn't lie. The fact that she decided to bring her ex-husband to their baby shower was already a sign that something was happening. It seemed like both of them knew who the child's father was, which is why she invited him. She wanted to give him the opportunity to be present on his child's gender revelation party. Since they knew the truth, they should have come clean and taken responsibility for what they had created, instead of putting it on an innocent man who tried to help two friends. At this point, I think that those who share the same child should form a relationship and take care of their baby. That is the best way to solve this case.
He was not satisfied at home. I don't know how many different girlfriends he had during this time, but I think there were quite a few. Young women, listen to my advice. If you're married and you think you're happily married and your husband starts to cheat on you, he's a piece of shit. And look at him as a piece of shit and get out of it. Get out of that marriage.
Didn't you have an affair early on in the relationship, or when you were a
Yeah, but I don't think Andy ever knew about that.
He did say he knew about it.
He did?
Yes, you would confess to him.
Oh.
He says he didn't stray from the marriage until you told him you had already strayed.
Oh, that's not true. I don't think.
But what happened? You had an affair?
I had a very brief affair with a very attractive Irish man. And it was just nothing.
Everything changed when the interviewer asked her about her affair. She didn't know he knew about that information. She wanted to create a good image for herself as someone who is discussed by anyone who does such thing. But that question messed up her plan. The interviewer definitely got her off guard. The delusion is real. Her cheating was okay because it didn't mean anything to her. She barely admitted to the guy we have proof of. Imagine what's deep in that closet. So because he was very attractive and Irish, it doesn't count. Doesn't even realize it. The tone changes immediately. It was interesting that she had a lot to say when her husband did it. But when it was her turn, she wanted to make it seem like it didn't count. But where is this logic coming from? This is the time she should show her fairness and use the same energy when she was talking about her husband's affair, but she prefers not to do so. I don't know what difference she thought it would make when she started to describe who she did it with and referred to it as brief, as if that information would make it understandable. But this is not how things work. Once you do it, it's done, and doesn't matter who you did it with or how long it lasted. I don't know whether this is delusion or lack of accountability, but it seems like she believes that his affair was wrong, but not hers, and it's confusing. The best part was when she was giving younger women advice on it, telling them what to do in case they found themselves in the same situation. But for some reason, she forgot to drop similar advice to young men. It would be nice if she also had some words for them in case they face a similar situation during their life journey.
You want to tell me a secret?
Okay, so I was out day drinking a couple months ago and hooked up with this guy. Ended up getting an STD. I went and got it cleared up, but I keep getting it back, which means I gave it to my husband, and now I have to tell him so he can get rid of it so I can get rid of it.
Ooh, what STD was it?
Trichomania.
You said chlamydia?
No, trichomania.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I don't even know what that is. This is the first time I've ever even heard of it when I got it.
That's
Dr.
borderline.
Bezos
Yeah, it's Dr. Ice here. So I'm going to tell you what you've been diagnosed with. You've been diagnosed with trichomania. That's borderline chlamydia. But you also been diagnosed with double dipping. You heard? But we not here to judge you, though. Honestly, we're not here to judge you. You know what I'm saying? But how do you, who do you feel in your heart you got it from? Like,
It had to be that day drinking guy.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was the day drinking guy.
Do you have that guy's number? Is there a way to contact him or no?
I don't have his number. I mean, if I seen his face, I can recognize him, but it was really just a random.
People need to take life a bit more seriously. Involving with someone you don't know his name or number is insane. To make it worse, she has a full husband at home. This doesn't make any sense.
On a bad day.
How are you going to tell your husband?
I don't know yet.
And you need to let him know because as a man, he ain't going for the toilet seat. I got it from the toilet seat bag. Like, he ain't having that.
He's definitely not going to believe you if you try to say that.
I don't believe it, so I already know.
Maybe you should set somebody up to cheat with him. And
Absolutely not.
So y'all giving her excuses to lie. It was the husband. I promise you, it was the husband. She probably got it from the husband. Husband ain't saying nothing because he is doing his thing too. This is why you don't cheat. It ain't worth it. The amount of women blaming the husband when she clearly said she cheated is unbelievable, but not at all surprising. It was interesting that a lot of people in the comment section were saying that she got it from her husband, meaning they trying to say that her husband was the one cheating on her. I don't know what happened, but maybe they didn't hear what she said. It's fascinating that even when they have a person stating that they have stepped out of their marriage, somehow some people still want to ignore that fact and turn the focus on the husband. Why did he become part of the conversation when she was talking about her infidelity? Maybe they believe that since she did it, it doesn't count. She gave it to him, and that's why she keeps getting it back. So thinking that it came from the husband doesn't make any sense.
Welcome to our self-development section. Today we will understand the right order when it comes to priority in our life.
If you're flying on an airplane, the flight attendant says if for some reason we run out of oxygen, these oxygen masks will fall from the ceiling. And if you have children with you, quickly take care of them, then take care of yourself. No. They say what? Put your mask on first. Put your mask on first. See to your survival first. Then you'll be more capable of taking care of the survival of your children. And self-care is important. My father had an interesting saying. He said, son, right after me, you come first. I was in business with Bob Cummings, the old movie star. Bob had an interesting saying. Here's what he said. I'll take care of me for you. Will you please take care of you for me?
Most of us want to do things for others. We have no issues in sacrificing ourselves for those we love. But at some point, we must understand that before we try to look after those who need, we must guarantee that we are good. As he said, on the plane, we are instructed to make sure we fit the oxygen mask on ourselves first, before helping others with theirs, and there is a reason for that. In order for you to be able to check those who need your support, you need to be breathing first, and the same principle applies to other areas of life. We must guarantee that we are well taken care of before helping others. I know a lot of guys are neglecting themselves because they are primarily focused on those they love. As a result, their mental health and their overall well-being are affected. So make sure you are always the first on the line. This is all for today's video and we hope you like it. Make sure you subscribe to our channel on your way out.